a quiet neighborhood on the north side of Chicago. And on this day, a stranger comes knocking, a door-to-door salesman. What the salesman does not know is that inside, the house has been rigged with hidden cameras, all part of a 2020 investigation into the hard sell tactics of some in the billion-dollar business of door-to-door sales of home alarm systems.
The door-to-door sales is fraught with problems, and this industry has enormous problems.
Watch this rare video of a door-to-door sales training session.
Guys, nice people in sales, you don't make any money. Go to McDonald's.
His name is Adam Shands, owner of the AP Alarm Protection Company. For him, everyone is fair game, even homes with signs outside that say no soliciting.
You guys knock those doors? Anybody recording this? Shut it off. You're not allowed to record. You knock every no soliciting door, guys. Why? There's money.
They're easy, he says. Among his top sales closers, this man, Jake Dahl, leading a motley crew this day of door-to-door salespeople in Alabama. Dahl is considered so good, he too has taught training classes for several companies. One of them caught on this tape, obtained by 2020, using a trainee as a straight man, as he acts out how to first get in the door, starting with a big lie about who he works for.
Hey, I work for GE.
Pause it. He doesn't know anybody at GE.
That's a lie.
That's a lie. He doesn't know anybody from GE.
One of a cascade of lies and half-truths and purposeful confusion on the tape, according to Ben Kirk, a former salesman who recorded the session and used to work with Dahl.
He's that good because he can just change your mind. He can knock you out, as we say.
They're looking for the ADT signs.
Kirk, who has worked for a lot of door-to-door sales companies, is now coming forward on 2020 after a falling out to reveal what he calls the hard sell tactics used by the door-to-door salespeople who give the industry a bad name.
See, they have ADT.
Yeah, and then I'd knock this for sure.
It starts, he says, by finding homes that already have home alarm systems from big companies like ADT.
Well, if it's an older sign, it's a juicy sign.
Kirk says he was taught to look on the back of the ADT sign.
Right here it says 2007.
To find when the system was installed, and then pretend to be from ADT or GE, which makes alarm system equipment.
It's definitely a target there.
It's called the takeover or switchover, as seen on the white board behind Jake Dahl in this video.
I saw you using one of our systems with ADT.
The customer in the switchover is led to believe it's just an upgrade of an existing ADT system with new monitoring equipment.
It's just a monitoring company.
No, it's not. In fact, it would be an entirely new company with a 5-year contract.
I'll do it for free.
Not free at all. The total cost could be about $3,000 over 5 years. ADT is now suing Dahl's company, but the company owner says Dahl no longer teaches those takeover or switchover tactics, and that the company makes sure its customers know what they're signing up for.
This is ADT Security. Are you all right?
But ADT, the biggest of the home security systems, says thousands of its customers have been stolen away by a number of unscrupulous rivals.
This is the worst year we've seen so far. Lying and swindling people into unknowingly switching their monitoring company.
ADT's general counsel, David Bleiss, says his company too uses door-to-door salespeople, but now he's going to war against those he says lie and cheat. He paid Ben Kirk $2,500 for this video.
In my view, it's a clear violation of the laws.
Among those who say they were fooled by door-to-door salespeople is Terry Trout of Oakland Park, Florida.
And he said, I saw your ADT sign, and we're in the neighborhood upgrading the keypads. Just by the way he said it, it sounded like he was ADT.
Trout says only as he was signing a new 5-year contract did he realize it was not ADT, but a company called Vision Security. Trout says he felt pressured to go along with the switch and didn't raise the issue for several weeks.
Basically felt like I'd been had.
Vision Security says there was no effort to deceive Trout, but they let him out of his contract anyway. Vision Security, which is headquartered in Orem, Utah, has now been sued by ADT. Vision settled for more than $2 million and blamed any problems on rogue salespeople. When we showed up, the bosses and the salespeople accused of deception were nowhere to be found.
Hello?
But there was a sign indicating Vision Security was accredited by the Better Business Bureau. And what was their grade?
They have an F.
Jane Driggs is the executive director of the Better Business Bureau in Utah, home for at least 6 security companies that have earned D or F grades.
They should be honest and ethical. You're going to someone's door.
And in big cities, another trick of the trade to get in the door is the use of scare tactics about crime.
Due to an increase in residential burglaries and property crimes in your area, ADT will be giving you a free ADT home security alarm system.
It sounded like a great offer from ADT, but it wasn't.
That is not ADT. I can absolutely guarantee you it's not the ADT direct side.
And the people doing it picked the wrong home to target, the home of our consumer reporter, the ABC News fixer, Stephanie Zimmerman, where we set up hidden cameras to catch it all on tape.
There's one overhead, there's one hidden in a shopping bag, and then one here is actually hidden in a water bottle.
Once the supposed ADT salesperson arrived, Robert Hall, he immediately announced he was not from ADT. So what about those phone calls saying ADT was coming to the door? Hall told Zimmerman that call was made by someone else.
ADT will be giving you a free ADT home security alarm system.
Are you guys ADT?
No, I'm not ADT.
But then said he could provide an ADT system if that's what was wanted.
If you want ADT, we can do that for you.
ADT told us this person was not an authorized ADT dealer and could not offer an ADT system. It was time to find out who he was and who he worked for.
Excuse me one second here.
How you doing?
Hi, Brian Ross from ABC News 2020. How are you?
Good, how are you?
We're doing a story about people like yourself.
Okay.
Now, this woman was contacted on behalf of ADT. You've just told her you can sell her an ADT system. Is that true?
What I mentioned is I can send a technician over to
No, you just said you can offer her an ADT
Sir, will you
system.
please allow me to answer the question?
Are you an ADT dealer? Are you saying that?
I'm not an ADT dealer myself. Can I actually finish what I'm saying? You know what, can I get a drink of water? Is that okay? I'm having a little trouble speaking.
It turns out that Hall owns his own little security company called Choice Home Protection. He's not ADT, but says he has a friend who is an ADT dealer and gave him Zimmerman's name, sharing what salespeople call leads.
It's very possible for leads to be transferred from one company to another. It's pretty industry standard in the alarm.
ADT said that was not supposed to happen and fired the ADT dealer who shared the leads with Hall.
You're in the door thanks to false pretenses.
That's not the case at all.
Hall later claimed he's a victim of the actions of others. Whoever was responsible for getting him in the door, the tactics did not work on this day.